What's up guys, Pippi here, and welcome to another episode of the Trophy Cabinet. Today's tournament is the Alps Cup, and the requirements for this tournament were to have players from the Super League, which I believe is the Swiss League or something like that, and the Bundesliga, which is the Austrian League. So it was going to be quite interesting to play with these players because obviously they're not that great on Ultimate Team. There's only a few gold cards for each league of these requirements, so it was going to be quite the challenge to have some good players in there. But we went ahead, built this 4-3-3 side, and I think this may be the only time ever we're going to have a Cyprus player in the starting 11, because as you saw right there, our right forward was from Cyprus. But we head into the final of the Alps Cup. We come across our opponent who has a very similar team to us, except he's playing Kurzakov at right wing, which is a little bit weird. But he has 95 chem, which really shouldn't matter. And something you guys should note about this is that this tournament was only out for like a day or two, and the final we're playing now was played within the last hour of the tournament before it expired. So it was going to be a do or die situation. If we didn't win, we would lose our streak and we wouldn't be able to have the Alps Cup in our trophy cabinet. So it was going to be a very intense final, and we had a chance early on with Mbolo, as you saw right there. He has a great chance to finesse it past the goalkeeper. Unfortunately, he shot it wide, but he does redeem himself later on in the 19th minute with his left foot as he goes through on goal, finds the back of the net, gives us the 1-0 lead, and we are up in the final. Mbolo, the goal scorer. However, the celebrations wouldn't last too long because we lose the ball over here. Traore gets it, gives it to Kurzakov. Kurzakov is going to lose the ball. However, Yapo ends up giving it to Mbolo, who gives it to Bushis or whatever his name is, and he finds the back of the net, equalizes the game, makes it 1-1. And with that, we would head into the second half tied up at 1-1, and it was a very intense first half. Like, it was very back and forth. Not too many chances for either team, as you see right there. He only has one shot on target, we only have 3, but the possession is very close, and it's literally anybody's game. So we head into the second half 1-1. 60th minute, he would try to create a chance. However, we steal the ball right there, go on the counter attack over here on the right wing, and our Cyprus player right there, Christofi, runs down the wing, cuts inside, gives it to Kallstrom back to Christofi. Christofi is going to wait for the low cross, gives it in, and Mbolo gets his second goal of the game, gives us the lead. And right after that, we pause the game, go ahead and do some subs, and we didn't really have too many sub options, so that's why you see me over here taking a minute to figure out who I want to bring on. I ended up bringing on Kurzakov at cam for our cam, who was a little bit tired. We also bring on Ravit for our Cyprus player Christofi, and we didn't really have a third sub to bring on, so that's why I didn't really do one. So hopefully we can hold on to this 2-1 lead. However, in the 70th minute, Mbolo goes on a great run for our opponent over here, does a nice little skill move in the midfield, gets past through a few of our players, does a nice little skill to cut inside, has a shot at the near post, and unfortunately for us, he finds the back of the net. And I was so annoyed at that goal because stuff like that should not be going in at the near post. But then once you come to think of it, the goalkeeper that we have isn't too great, so it is what it is. And with that, we would head to extra time because we weren't able to create anything after that goal we conceded, and we were 2-2. Nerves were all out. I was sweating buckets. I thought the streak would end and we would have one last chance in extra time to hopefully grab a winning goal. And in the 106th minute over here, we would have a chance at that winning goal as Bushis, or whatever his name is, gives it to Kallstrom. Kallstrom has a shot. Unfortunately for him, though, the goalkeeper comes up with a great save to keep his team in it. And in the 112th minute, we would have another chance. However, Mbolo, for our opponent, ends up getting a red card right there for a terrible tackle on Buchis, and that would be very crucial because our opponent would be down to 10 men, would lose one of his most important attackers, and if we were to go down the penalties, he wouldn't have a striker, which is very useful to have in penalties. And as you saw right there, Kallstrom once again misses his shot, this time not even on target, and that was a little bit annoying. However, in the 120th minute, one last chance, we go attacking, Bushis to Kallstrom. Kallstrom finds the back of the net, third time's the charm, becomes the hero. The man who played at Arsenal and was absolutely terrible becomes the hero for us in the final of the Alps Cup. In the 120th minute, grabs a goal, a very crucial goal, which would give us the 3-2 win over our opponent. Our opponent was an amazing player, a very tight game, and we were just very lucky that that shot went in the 120th minute. And I couldn't believe it. We won. This was probably one of the proudest moments I've had in this series, winning that final in the last minute of the game. I wasn't feeling confident that we could do it in penalties, but Kallstrom came up big in the 120th minute, and with that, we are the champions of the Alps Cup. A pretty tough tournament all around, because despite our opponents having similar players to us, I just struggled to play with these guys. I don't know if it was the formation or what, but the players were just terrible, and it was very tough to play with them. However, Mbolo did help a little bit because he's actually a pretty decent card. But yeah, that's going to conclude this episode of the Trophy Cabinet, guys. What an episode. Our probably the most intense final and our best win yet in this series. My name is Pippity, guys, and I'm out.